All right, guys. You guys want to blow up your back? Saw I blow my back up. You want a mass building back workout? Try this. You want bulging lats? You want Tyrannosaurus traps? You guys want lats like Dorian Yates with half the work and half fucking genetics? You want to figure out how to not work hard, get big? You want, this is the shortcut channel. We're gonna do chest today, exclusively using our hands. Nothing else but our hands. The fact that anyone, I should just get off that topic. Just a young stupid individual calling out stuff all the time. It's like, because as you guys can see, this hand that is stretched back pulling on my pec, when it sweeps, I get all my pec. From way out here to way in here, right? So if I shortened that lever and had a fucking band around my bicep and I just went, all I'm getting is this here, this squeeze in here, which uneducated people and people who don't understand lifting and contraction horse think that the contraction is maximal, therefore the effect of the exercise is maximized that way. Not true. We could never come to this point and still develop a fucking fantastic chest just rocking out here. You know what I mean? So it's like, we don't need to have this endpoint sticking, shortening distances, doing all this shit. And the kid that got bent out of shape, I actually have no problem with the kid. I don't even know who the hell you are. It was just the one video that popped up of someone doing that, and we took it. But if you have a problem with being called out for an exercise, which you didn't create, it's not your exercise. You didn't make it, you didn't invent it, you didn't patent it. It's been used for years by people who can't fucking use their hand. Maybe they had surgery, maybe there's some type of issue where they can't actually physically use their hand. So they use cuffs to come across. Dana Lynn Bailey promoted a system years ago of all cuff training. If we fucking have any history of bodybuilding, I forget the name of the company. So it's like, you didn't come up with it. On top of the fact that now you're butchering it. So it's like, don't take offense to that. If you can't take criticism or a criticism of a movement you're doing, you take it personally like it's a shot at you, who I don't even know your name, nor do I care, nor will you ever be anything in bodybuilding. Cool. Just how hard can I squeeze right here? Because you know what that is? That's guys on stage, and I'll show you when I stand up, and guys who do everything in life like we talked about, that when they get on stage, they can't pose properly because they think that every pose is this. Like they're trying to squeeze all the juice out of their muscle. Like literally like, there's anything in there, get it out. It's like, that's not what it is. That's not what it is. How hard you pose doesn't mean that you pose well. You understand? Holding certain spots in tight, understanding where tension is, being able to elevate, hold your position, show off your physique. These are what matter. It's not how hard can I flex my bicep. These are the same idiots that think that a side tricep shot is just showing my tricep. So that's all they're looking at, the judges. They're just looking there. It's like, no, they're looking at the whole shape of the shot. Leg turned out to the side, whatever you do with it. Turn, roll shoulder. It's a shot, right? It's not a fucking pose of how hard can I pose that body part. It's really not. And a most muscular doesn't mean that you have an aneurysm and try and flex everything in your body. It's just show the overall musculature of your body in your frame. Like, so you train like that in the gym, that's why you're on stage. Fucking Michael J. Fox in it. No offense, Michael J. Fox, you're awesome. Kid asked me today, I gotta read the question because I don't want to misquote him. What is your opinion about intensity versus volume to build muscle? Yeah, which is like, but it's like you're immediately fucking wrong off the bat because you're thinking that one can't be done without the other. Like, they're not mutually exclusive. Volume and intensity aren't two different things. Intensity is a style or a pace at which you keep or how hard you're working. Volume is like the amount of work you're doing. So you could be high volume, be low intensity. You could be high volume, high intensity. Vice versa, and the opposite of each thing, right? There's nothing to do with that. And the fact that you're asking questions like that is worrisome. I train with higher volume. Typically when I did train at like my full capacity, let's say, my volume was high and my intensity was high. So I had short rest periods. I lifted heavy fucking weight for high fucking reps. It wasn't like I was purposely trying to only lift 60 pounds and do 25 sets. It was like, no, the progression, the weights would progressively get heavier. As soon as the weight was a little too heavy, we either back off, do drop sets, whatever it is. That's all intensity. That's defining intensity, right? Like the way these guys train nowadays, like I've said before a million times, it's too methodical and it's too, they're thinking too much. They're not working enough. So like every day you see guys come in here, every fucking video you see, like, I'm sorry, I gotta break this to everybody out there. Like every fucking video you see of guys doing workout sessions, like shoulders today with fucking IFBB Pro fuckface and fucking dipshit. Like they're doing shoulders today. Like, wow, man. Like, what are you gonna do that's new? Nothing. Just like nothing I'm doing here is new. There's nothing new going on, like we said before, guys. It's like, how can you help people feel things better or do things better, but you're not making anything, you're not doing anything. It's the same shit over and over again. So people are like, man, like, you talk a lot and like these fucking hating ass little dudes out there, and I don't know who they are. You talk so much, man, you just get back to showing us training. It's like, there's literally not, what can I show you? And like, just because all the other people you watch have no opinion and they're fucking literally like half brain dead, all they can think about is their bicep and fucking cream of rice, and then I have whole food meals, and then I have steak 6 ounces, sorry, 400 grams or more exact. Like, it's like, do you really want to, if you want to watch that shit, there's a million stations, go watch them. It's not going to be here. If I did a full day eating here or broke down my diet here, you guys would be in, you guys might have a heart attack. Like, I ate fucking 4 mini tubs of gelato last night.
I think they want to see that.
Like, literally.
Yeah, I know.
I went purposely to Farm Boy, which is a grocery store up here, to buy like 8 little mini tubs of gelato, thinking that if I eat the little ones, it won't count, but I ate 4 of them. So I might as well have just gotten the tub. But I felt better because I ate 4 mini ones. On top of all the fucking bodybuilding food I eat, which is like, I eat just as much as you motherfuckers. That's why I'm 305 pounds. But I eat whatever the fuck I want. It's like, there's nothing new going on here, guys. Ain't shit happening. So when you show me a fucking cable variation of a fucking chest press, and this is gonna hit the medial range of the pectoral muscle and pull your humerus back to the perfect degrees, and all the guys I see talking like that and like dictating intensity, they dictate intensity by frequency. A lot of these guys, I've seen this, like this new thing where it's like the frequency, you need to hit the muscle more frequently if you want it to grow. Well, fucking, please go tell that to Mike Menser, and please go tell that to Dorian Yates, and please go tell that to Ronnie Coleman and all these fucking wonderful people who are Mr. Olympias who didn't do that shit and were the best of all time. But you fucking dorks sitting there with your fucking glasses and fucking midget proportions and like don't have arms, don't have legs, jiggly calves like we said before, you are the one who figured it out. Those guys have no idea. They were just fucking swinging in the dark, just taking shots in the dark, hoping to hit something, right? Like they're fucking throwing darts blindfolded and hoping to hit the board. No, they knew what they were doing, man. You guys don't. You just want to have packages to sell people. And you even get like high level dudes to buy into your shit. Because these high level dudes, I hate to break it to you, there's a handful of them. One in particular I can think of is dumb as a rock and will listen to anything anyone says. Will buy into anything if it's sold well enough, right? And that's sadly what a lot of them are like. They buy into this bullshit. Oh, this is gonna make it better. This is the missing ingredient. No, man. It's consistency, monotony, and effort over time. Come in here and work, do the job, and get the fuck out. Go home and rest. It's not like, oh man, ever since I started doing these cable pulls where like I like hold my arms down and I let my whole body sink and then I pull my whole arm up. It's like, yeah, that's what did it. There's nothing wrong with pushing into these like pec fibers when we're getting in tight here and squeezing into here, but it's like to just get there from the beginning, it's like you're not understanding how the muscle's working and how you're bringing it to maximal contraction, right? Because we're not coming from the far enough lever to sweep and grab that whole pec from where it inserts to the origin of the muscle. Look those two up, because I don't think fucking any of you know what that means. Where does the muscle origin? Where's the muscle's origin and where's its insertion? What do you mean you need to worry about that stuff and how to train it? I've fucking hacked chest press with cuffs around my biceps. The utter stupidity and the utter fucking ignorance in this fucking industry is actually fucking one of the reasons why I got out of this industry. I said this to a couple people on the weekend who I'm friends with, that I didn't leave this industry because I don't love bodybuilding. I left the industry because of the people in it, right? There's a lot of fucking dumbass, insecure, fucking childish people in this industry who obsess about gossip about other people. Sometimes they're talking shit about people they've never even met, or they're making up scenarios and just like playing it off as real just to get some type of rise out of people. It's like, you guys, man, I hate to break it to you, and this isn't an insult to women, because women are great. You guys are acting like a bunch of little girls. You're acting like a bunch of fucking little bitch girls, like in high school, like mean girl crowd, like, oh, don't talk to him anymore because he's a fucking like, we're all cool with each other. Meanwhile, just like in that case, you guys are all talking shit about each other behind each other's back, pretending to be fucking friends with each other. Like, if everyone knows what I'm talking about. Everyone in bodybuilding culture can point to someone in their group of people or their fucking pool of like their gym, and they can see the shit goes on everywhere. It's like it's a disease, man. It's like, because you guys have nothing better to do. Like I've said, you have nothing else going on. I would make it a rule, this is random as fuck, if I owned a supplement company, right, which I may one day or may not, I would not sponsor any athlete that doesn't have a full-time job. You're not living off me. You're not living your whole career off me, sitting back collecting a check, putting on a t-shirt and fucking working out in videos, thinking you're helping me sell product. You're there to help me, and I'm there to help you. So I'm helping you by this would be the arrangement. You keep your full-time job. If you quit that fucking job, you're fired. Because all the money I'm paying you, I want you to bank it. I want you to save it for your future, because when this ends, you're not gonna have shit. And that's a lot of you out there. A lot of you are coming to that realization real quick that, like, even if you're doing well in bodybuilding, sponsorships end, the shows end, the training fucking clients they dwindle. There's always someone new or someone better that knows something no one else knew. So what are you gonna do then? And none of you are saving your money. None of you are being smart with your money. So I would literally invest in the people that I wanted to sponsor and like tell them like, yo, you can't even touch this money. I'll put it into a fucking investment for you, or fucking give you equity in my company so that you have something to like fall back on when all this crumbles, right? Which it will. It crumbles. No matter whether you're a baseball player, fucking you could be working at fucking a bank. You can be the district manager of a whatever. Everything comes to an end. You will get fired, you will get let go, you will get laid off, you will retire. What will you do then, right? But these kids are walking around here blindly every day, putting all this max effort in, which is admirable, but what's it leading to? This is a hobby. This is not a career outside of the top 1% of people competing, which you most likely, if you're watching this video, are not in. So it's time to like reinvent the way you guys think about things, right? Stop doing everything for free for companies as well. Like, stop accepting 10% discount codes and getting kickbacks from that, and making $3 grand a month where the company makes 30 grand. Like, wake up, man. Trying to overpump these pecs. I saw a video the other day. The guy was making fun of GMC trucks. I took it personally, because I have a GMC truck. So I fucking hate that guy now. He said Fords are better. It's not true, man. It's not true. I don't know how he could like insult me personally like that. This video he made for the internet. People say that's a sign of insecurity, but I don't think so. And narcissism. What's that mean? There's one of the most notorious people for lots of movement when they train. Probably the most notorious person, if any of you young guys watching even know who the fuck he is. Branch Warren is like a notorious like short range of motion, like rocker, like super body English, like bouncing bars, like, you know what I mean? But if you watch Branch closely, and you can't argue because the guy is bigger than all of you, like muscle mass wise, thickness wise, like density wise. Of course he had lagging body parts, but like so does everybody. No one, very few people are complete like overall, right? But I watched a video, it was actually on here the other day, and he was just some black and white video. He was training, he was doing dumbbell curls. Of course we're like, so you see all these people like doing their dumbbell curls and they're like slow flexing, or it's like I do one at a time and I hold this nonsense everyone fucking does. Or barbell curls that are like super strict. And you see exactly what I talk about. Branch had like a 45 or something dumbbell. Guy had 45s in one hand, he dipped, scooped. He dipped, he scooped. Better biceps than all of you. Like literally is like dropping shoulder, breaking elbow, scooping wrist. So elbow is hinging at the lowest possible point. My elbow doesn't do this. When I curl, my elbow doesn't move forward. I don't go like this. My elbow stays down and I break. So I tuck into lat and I scoop. He's probably doing that because he's just moves that way naturally and feels it that way. But if someone was to break it down, that's how you move to do a curl. You tip, boom. He rocked over, boom. It looked like he was just going like this. To anybody watching? Like this. Which he is, but he's on muscle. He's on muscle. And you also don't need to go to feel your bicep. Because even if I flex my bicep right now and I flex it up, it's peaked there and I just can relax and go down. I don't need to go. And it gets more flexed as I squeeze harder. It's already as flexed as it can be because my hand is here. My arm is closed. The tension would be better here, where my bicep's actually still active. So why would I curl past that point where I'm at maximum tension or maximum grab of my bicep, let's say? Why would I do that? It makes no sense. So like, you guys, people need to go back and watch these people. Stop thinking, oh, their moves so different. I'm listening to this other guy who's literally done nothing, but is an expert, and somehow he's developed a style that I think is better than these great guys who have insane physiques. Branch Warren is one of my favorite bodybuilders of all time, easily. But if I trained like him, I would have fucking killed myself because he trained heavy as fuck. I wouldn't have killed myself, I would have torn stuff a lot faster. But the way he trained was like right on how he felt stuff. So whether he's taking a bar off, and for years I did the same thing. I never did full reps on bench press, especially on a barbell press. Everything would be here, boom, 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 boom. So I'm getting maximal drop, rock, drop, rock. I was more concerned about the pecs stretching in, dropping into my armpit, and the pull on my sternum and rocking off here than I ever was about being here. Like, this is going to develop anyway. As you see when I punch out of here, it sends contraction, sends contraction, sends contraction. I don't need to go to feel to get this to overly contract and stimulate. Just because it's over contracted doesn't mean it's doing anything. It's like we can stand right here right now and go like this. My chest is squeezing. I'm pinching my chest as hard as I can. Is it growing? Is there muscle fiber being torn down? Nope. Just holding the position, right? That's all you're doing, but you're holding a load when you do that. So what's the difference? When the stretching and the range of motion and the tearing is what happens, is what creates muscle growth, not the contraction. We're not tearing anymore once we're contracting, guys. I don't even know how those guys make those faces. I never made that face in my life. Like, oh! I've never made that face. I remember I did a photo shoot with Jason Breeze. Showed it to Jason. And he was like, he didn't care like what weight you use, but he wanted to like make you look like you were holding like you like pick up this 45-pound plate. He's like,
make it look hard.
He's like, you're gonna put the plate on the machine, so you'd be like standing here like with your arm flex, like holding. I'm gripping the fuck out of this thing, right? So like, I'd always be like looking like I had to take a shit. I'd be like, I'm like, what the? How do I look intense doing this? Because if I just put a 45-pound plate on, I'd be like, here, like, fuck, like, walk away. He's like, just pick it up and hold it with one arm. And I'd be like, you know what I mean? It's like so intense for no reason at all. And I was fucking tried to be like hardcore, so I'm like, he's like, just pick up. We were nowhere near the dumbbell rack. It was the middle of the gym. He's like, just go grab like the 120s. I'm like, pick them up and hold them. And we'll just stand there in a tank top. I'm gonna try and find the photo. You can put it on the fucking thing because I have the photo. And I'm like, fuck it, man. I'll grab the 200s. So I'm literally like, I picked them up and I'm literally like, I'm like, make sure you take the picture fast because I don't want to hold these. So I like literally pick it up and I'm like my vein is like, it's like the least intense picture of all time. I wonder if there's enough light in this dark cave. Is there enough light in here?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh. You can see, I'll bring it up. It's easier that way.
Secret.
No label.
Whoa.
Undisclosed producer. What is it though? What does that resemble?
God.
And it's 2.5 pounds.
Hey, can I hold it? Wow. And you can eat it?
Yeah. Oh, frozen. It's pretty fucking frozen. I don't want to chip my teeth, but yeah, it's chocolate. No, it doesn't fit. It's too small. Almost.
Just.
Almost. So make it a little bigger. But it's 2.5 pounds, so that you can have a personal best meal. You can personal best your calories for the day with 2.5 pounds of cookie.